Ladies and gentlemen, I was not planning on making a new video just yet. I was lying down in my bed and I was just thinking of all kinds of stuff, like something compelling me that I have to make this video. Like an urgency. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's happening right now, okay? Regardless if you believe me or not, okay? Regardless if you believe the message or if you don't believe the message, you're going to see it happen when it happens. Basically, what's happening right now is we are racing towards a cashless society. You heard me correctly. A cashless society. Because right now, there's a push on the globe for every nation to have their citizens numbered. There's a push right now on the globe for every nation to have its citizens numbered with national ID cards. With national ID card. Now, I don't know if that's the Real ID Act or what, but there's a push on the globe right now for every nation to have its citizens numbered with national ID cards. Now, basically what that is, it's just a card. Your whole history will be on the single card. Many people are going to like the idea. It's just a card. So imagine walking into a store. They no longer have cash registers because there's no more cash. How are you going to buy it? Just from that electronic card. You put it in the thing and that's how you pay. So this will probably be the global ID. Because even in Canada, right now in Canada, they stopped using the pennies. They got rid of the pennies. And I asked someone and they said this is the reason why. Guess why they stopped using pennies? It's because it costs too much money to make pennies. But for those of you that know about the New World Order, the One World Government, that's a lie. Because these people are making money out of thin air. They have their own special machine. But the Illuminati controls every business in the world. They're all controlled by financial bankers. What their main goal is to crash it. They want to bankrupt every city in the world so they can bring in their new world order. So that's why they got rid of the pennies. You can give the cash register a penny, but they won't give you pennies back. No more pennies. They're no longer giving pennies out. It's not going to stop with a penny, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to stop with a penny. Next, it's going to be a nickel, and then a dime, and then $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, and go on until there's no more cash. They're going to come up and say, now, we cannot create money anymore because we need to protect the environment. So we need to come up with a new system. We're in a new age. We're living in a new world. We have to try out new things. It doesn't hurt anybody to try out new things. And plus, they're also talking about biometric scanning. Now, I want to get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, if this happens before the rapture of the church takes place, we must resist this. This must be resisted, okay? This must be resisted. Just let them throw you in prison, okay? Just let them throw you in prison. Because when you have that National ID card or Real ID Act, whatever it is, but they're talking about National ID card. Your whole life is open to the government. Why do you think they want to get rid of cash? Because even Homeland Security is saying, watch out for people that just use cash. There's something suspicious about them. They need to be watched on the most. They're calling us terrorists now. We're terrorists. I was talking to someone last night. They said, we're Christians. Well, I already knew that because stuff that I saw. But in the documents, they say people that love freedom, people that are Christians are terrorists. People that stand for the Constitution are terrorists. People that are against abortion are terrorists. Because you're anti-government. That's what they say. But this is dead wrong. So, that's why they want to get rid of cash. Because as long as you have cash, you can go into a store. You can do whatever you want with that money. But once you go into a cashless society, they have control over absolutely everything. They have control over the commerce. They know exactly what you buy, how many times you buy it, or how much you're spending, or whatever. For an example, suppose you go into a store. Right now, you go into a store, you pull out your credit card or your debit card, and it says you're over, you owe them transactions. So you can't take any money out, because you owe them this amount of money and this and that. So, okay, no problem. I just go into my wallet, I pull out some cash, and then I pay the cashier with cash. Now, for the cashless society, you're screwed. You're screwed. You can't pay. What are you going to do? You can't do nothing. And suppose they don't like your political views or whatever. For some reason, they don't like you. Like Hitler, all that he had to do, he lined people up that he didn't like, and he shot them in the back of the head with a gun. They don't even have to throw you into a concentration camp. All that they have to do is freeze your account. You have no access. You can't do nothing on that electronic card. All they have to do is freeze it. That's the dangers of these technologies, going to a cashless society. This is the dangers of it, ladies and gentlemen, and brothers and sisters in Christ. Okay, I'm going to get to explain to you what biometrics is. Biometrics stands for body measurements. They're going to do 3 measurements of your body. The first measurement will be of your hand. It will do your palm and your fingerprints. So you're going to have to put your finger on a machine, and that, you know, that razor light. It's going to take your hand, your fingerprints, like we're criminals. They have to take our fingerprints now. And the next step will be your eye. You're going to put these things on your eye, like binoculars, so you can do an eye erase scanner. So that's the next step. So your hand, your palm, and your fingerprints. Now you did your eyes. Now they're going to take a picture of you. So now you're in the system. You're in their computer. You're tapped into the database. So now when you go to a store, you don't need cash. How are you going to do it? Just by the touch of your hand. And they actually said that very soon your DNA will be your data. So when you go to a grocery, and they're actually talking about bringing this into grocery stores, ladies and gentlemen. All you're going to have to do, you put your hand on a machine, then your picture comes up, so they know it's you. Because many people say, yeah, but what about somebody stealing your DNA? They take your fingerprints, and now they're you. Easy. When they go to that machine, they put their hand on the machine. The picture that's going to come up on the computer, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be them. I mean, it's going to be you. So they're in trouble. They're going to say this guy just committed a crime. He stole the guy's DNA. That's why they have your picture. So if someone steals your fingerprints, now they're you. If they go to a grocery store or wherever, and they put their hand on that thing, your picture's going to come up on the computer, not them. They're going to be in trouble. But that's not the point. This is all a tracking grid. This is a tracking grid. They said this is to cut off crime. This is going to stop taxi invasions. It's going to stop prostitution, bank robberies. And they say money's filthy, it's dirty. We need to go to a new system. But it's all about control. Because you're tracking you. They're tracking you. That's all it is. They're tracking you. Like suppose somebody buys junk food, okay? The person likes to go fast food places or whatever. They know right away what the guy is eating. So suppose the guy gets cholesterol problems, a heart problem or whatever, they're going to deny him access. No, we can't help you. We can't do surgery. We can't give you, we refuse your medication because it's your own fault. This is the dangers of this. That's all it is. It's about control. Because each thing you make, they're tracking. Okay, he just bought this. They know how much you spend in the beginning of the month and how much you spend at the end of the month. They know absolutely everything. That's all it's about, is control. It's a cashless society, is a control grid, but they're going to try to represent it to the world in a way that they will like it. But even if they don't like it, they're going to do it anyway. That's all it's about, is control. Because electronic is leaving a breadcrumb trail. They know everything about you, and so on. Biometrics is a tracking grid. They actually went out in the public and said that we share biometric data commercially between different government agencies, law enforcement agencies. And they got caught in the past that they manipulated information. There was a story about a woman. This woman was freaking out. She didn't know who these people were, but yet these people had like sheets. I mean like sheets of paper, ladies and gentlemen. And they were telling her her whole life, like she did this, she did this, she did that, she graduated. It was crazy. And they threw her in prison. And then after they realized, oh, we made a mistake. We manipulated the information. We mixed you up with somebody else. And then they brought her out. So this is the problem. This is the problem. It's not going to stop. Like I said, absolute power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's not going to stop with that. All these technologies are leading up to the mark of the beast. Leading up to the mark of the beast. That's all it is. It's leading up to the mark of the beast, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's leading up to the mark of the beast. It's going to be a mark. It's not going to be a chip like people are trying to say. It's not going to be a chip. It's going to probably be, and plus the mark of the beast comes at the midpoint of the tribulation, at the end of the 3.5 years. That's when it comes. It's probably going to be a laser mark or a biometric mark or electronic tattoo mark, whatever. They're going to make it sound good. Oh, you don't have to worry about your cards now. You don't have to worry about stolen identity because you have it in you on the right hand or on the forehead. When you go to a store, you just have to swipe your hand, buy something, or scan your forehead. You don't have to worry about leaving home without it because you always have it on you. They're all going to make it sound logic. That's why all the cities of the world right now, they're under total surveillance. Once you have the mark in you, you're under surveillance. They know your every move, your every step. They know everything about you. Because you're tapped into the database. They know when you left. They know everything. They just have to type in that number that's in the mark. They tell you exactly where you are. This is the dangers, ladies and gentlemen. This is for real. But for us in Christ, we don't have to worry about it. Because we're not going to be here. I'm saying about this national ID card and about the biometrics. I don't like it. If it comes before the rapture, I'm just saying we must resist it. This must be resisted. Okay? The National ID card, where we have a Real ID Act, because they're talking about bringing that here to Canada, North America. People that have license, they're going to have to get their face scanned. It's like we're criminals. They want to know everything. They want to know absolutely everything. They're just going to bring it all up, bring this whole thing in about terrorists. We need to do this to track terrorists. It's sick. They're sick. It has nothing to do with terrorists. They use this so they can do what they want. Because they have an agenda. Because what's holding them back, like I said before, what's holding them back from having absolute control over everybody is a cashless society. And listen to this. Somewhere in London, okay? Somewhere in London, I don't know where it is. They said in the houses. In some places, there's cameras in their houses. For what reason? This is totally ridiculous. This is the reason why there's cameras in the houses. Some places in London, I heard someone saying this. This is the reason why there's cameras in London. In the houses, in people's houses. This is the reason why. We want to see if the parents are treating the children right. We want to see if they're putting them to bed on time, and if they're feeding them the right popular food, healthy food. And they actually go so far. They go so far that there's cameras now in the washrooms, in the showers. We need to watch you for your protection. Blah blah blah, and so on. It's crazy. It's literally insane. But this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to make this because this was consuming me inside. So I had to let people know. So whoever you are, please share this on your Facebook page or wherever you are, on Yahoo, wherever you are. Just share this video. This is what's coming. It's a cashless society. So we must resist the biometrics if we're still here, and we must resist this Real ID Act or National ID card. And that's why you're not allowed to smile anymore, because we're all being tracked. The reason why you can't smile is because it screws up their computer. It screws up the camera. Because it's face recognition. We're all in a database. All those cameras you see outside are surveillance cameras which are tracking us. They're face recognition cameras, face scanning cameras. We're all being tracked and monitored, and many people don't even realize it. But this is what's happening. They're investigating us, they're studying us, they're tracking us, they're monitoring us. It's crazy, but it's happening. It's happening. I'm not going to deny it. I know what's going on. So this is all I want to let you guys be aware of. We're racing toward a cashless society. So keep your eyes open. But for us that are in Christ, keep looking up. Jesus is coming. This is all I got to say, and God bless you all.